Hi, we're back. Hold on, give me a sec. I forgot to do something. Okay, I'm actually back now. Okay. Fuck, did my model crash? Fuck, it did. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna relaunch that and we're gonna go straight into reactions today. Let me shut up the music and... Where's my browser? Hold on. Okay. Boom. Now let's see what we can watch. Damn, an hour ago? Okay, I just want to point out how insane Smugglana is with her upload schedule. Because fuck do you mean you upload 3 times a day? I can't even manage twice a week yet. Anyway,
Gura is the most popular English.
let's just open up the homepage. This is on TikTok. There is no For You page. No. Oh hey, that's me right there. Okay, let's see. What do you guys think I should watch? Like, if you all have any recommendations or shit that happened and you want me to see it, what will it be? Fuck, I can't even see YouTube chat today. I forgot that's how Saturday streams are. I'm gonna have to open up a whole separate tab just to look at YouTube. Hold on, not really. If I play things smart here, I can just pop out YouTube chat. Put that up here. Can I not resize it? Okay then. And put Twitch chat right next to it. Okay, but now that just takes up more of my... Can I not have multiple things pinned at the same time? No, I can. Alright, I put them like that for now. This is the best method I have. And now my browser is bugging out. Great. I forgot I have a phone. Hold on, I can just open YouTube channel on my phone. Alright, hold on. Give me like 5 seconds. I'm trying to set this shit up. Okay, while I set this up, let's pick something to watch for real this time. I haven't listened to an edit audios compilation in like 5 years. Why the fuck is this on my page? Please give me something to watch about to watch. There's nothing to watch. Ah. Hmm. You know what always works to get the ball rolling? Shoe on head. Okay, let's just get into it. I'm taking way too long to pick something to watch. Let me grab my phone stand too so I can actually look at YouTube chats. And we'll get into it. Let's pick something to watch that is non-political. I feel like all your content will do since we don't want anything that's political. You know, hell yeah, let's watch the male loneliness epidemic.
I regret to inform you the men are not okay. That's right, folks. The men are not okay. For me,
Alright, hold on. Today we're gonna be watching The Male Loneliness Epidemic by Sean Head. Let's go.
To inform you, the men are not okay. That's right, folks. The men are not okay.
Oh shit. I mean, I think I'm fine, chat, but that might be because I'm a fanboy and I don't like. I mean, I have a few decent friends. That might be why I don't feel lonely.
Men have no friends, no girlfriend, no college education, no money, are breaking their legs and inserting metal rods into their bones to be.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? Just for a couple inches of height, why? 5'5" isn't even that short. I'm like 5'8" and I think I'm considered tall. Why would you be doing stuff like this? What purpose does it serve?
Be a few inches taller, and listening to AI Batman help them overcome their pornography addictions.
You know, understandable. Some addictions take a little while to break and need some outside stimulus in order to break, so no blame there. Do what you gotta do to get over your addictions.
You deserve real love.
Turns out the society that was built by and allegedly for men has indeed let them down. Now you might be thinking, oh look, another boo-hoo poor men video by Shoe on Head.
Go literally anywhere else and you'll find what you want. Literally almost any other channel on the internet is gonna be what you want if you're one of the people that said, oh no, another boohoo man. It needs to be said, let's just be honest here. Both sides of the equation are important. Men and women are both important. They're not the same, but they are equal.
Yes. And if you have a problem with that, tune into literally anything else.
Why are men and boys struggling? And what should we do about it?
A few new studies have come out that have shown that young men are more lonely and single than ever before. But it's not just men. The women and children, too. It's predicted 45% of women will be single and childless by 2030. But according to the media, this is a good thing. The
Habits haven't changed all too much. I'm just gonna be honest here. Human behavior hasn't changed. The reason why I'm talking specifically about the being single part here. And the reason why that's happened now is because of dating apps and social media drastically expanding the dating pool. So instead of just competing with Joey across the street, you're now competing with everyone around the world.
The she-economy is booming, as they say. And meanwhile, men being single is treated like this.
New study explains why some single men are having a hard time finding a new partner.
Some of the music that they listen to speaks very derogatory.
Right.
Yeah, men, stop listening to
And woman rapping doesn't? No, hold on. I have a point here. Because didn't Ice Spice only rap about shit and ass?
that derogatory music. Then maybe you won't be single. I don't know, I think men and women being single and lonely kind of shows there might be something wrong with society. Perhaps we should address this, not just wave it off as empowering or pathetic. According to several different articles, I love how that's my source, I read about it on the internet, research shows that people from individualist countries show a greater sense of loneliness. This is linked to socioeconomic development, increased education, a shift towards white-collar jobs, and urbanization. Japan also has an issue with loneliness. In fact, they have a whole movement of people they call the hikikomori. Did I say that right?
Pretty much a shut and neat, if you don't know. And I'm kind of one of them, sadly.
I don't care. Basically, postmodern hermits. Mostly young men who completely withdraw from society, secluding themselves in their rooms for months and years at a time. In 2010, there was an estimated 700,000 hikikomori in Japan. And today, it's estimated to be about 1.55 million.
Damn! I didn't know it was that many. I assumed it would be a lot, but not in the millions.
Because of things like this, people aren't having babies, so Japan's population has been in a sharp decline since 2011. It's gotten so bad that Japan even produces videos of live-action women staring into the camera to help the hikikomori learn.
Hold on, it's not only Japan here. I remember learning about this in human geography. It's everywhere around the world. All Western countries and some Asian countries are in the 5th stage of population growth, where there's an increase in the ratio between the elderly and the newborn, to the point where it's slowly going to deteriorate the population until the population is extremely low because there isn't enough people in the workforce, and all the old people that were alive keep dying.
Learn to cope with eye contact and reintegrate them back into society. So basically, if you want to know America's future, look no further than Japan. A lot of people, including myself, blame this partially on the rise of social media and technology. RIP to the king. Although technology makes things easier, it can also make us more atomized. Why go to the mall when I can just tap, buy a new microphone, and have it shipped to me in a day? Why hang out with friends when I can get all my social interaction I need from Twitter and streamers? Why go on dates and bother meeting women?
Honestly, while I'm pretty chronically online, I still do enjoy going out just with friends, which is kind of hard when all your friends are chronically online and refuse to go out. All my IRL friends, at least. Nino touches grass a lot more than I do.
When I can just tap, Google big boob and get 2 million results. Or see my high school crush's holes on OnlyFans for only $5. Instant dopamine, instant satisfaction, and hey, who even needs a real woman when you could just have an AI girlfriend? We're f***ed. We're so f***ed. Dating apps really are the great Satan, and I'm convinced they've completely broken men's brains. Women on dating apps are picky. Women in general are picky, and I mean, naturally we are pickier. You know, we're the ones who carry the babies. At least for now. But on dating apps, you have to admit, it's a little insane. It's safe to say that the commodification of love and the window shopping of dating apps probably has to do a lot with the rise of lonely single men. Men are not just lonely when it comes to dating, they're lonely when it comes to friendship too. According to Vox, Americans are currently in a friendship recession, and men are being hit the hardest. The percentage of men who reported having at least 6 close friendships fell in half since the 90s. 1 in 5 men say they have no close friendships. Looking at all these statistics,
which again is a result of social media.
the explosion of figures like Andrew Tate is not surprising at all.
I believe being a man is a blessing because it starts so difficult. I believe that every man is born without any value at all. I think that the world's never going to think you're important unless you make yourself important.
And recently, a new study came out about how young men are moving towards the right. And every other month, we, the liberal, sockdem, leftists, whatever you want to call the space online, performs the same song and dance. What's wrong with men? Why is this happening? Why don't we have a leftist Andrew Tate? We need to push men.
It's because your whole message is the opposite of Andrew Tate's. At least how you're playing it off as. How do I phrase this? The left's whole like shtick currently is trying to empower women and minorities. And what's one of the highest populations of voters in the US? White males. The exact group you're excluding.
And to the left. Andrew Tate rarely, if ever, talks about politics. Andrew Tate talks about men, and the left only talks about men when they talk about Andrew Tate. A few months ago, during one of the monthly song and dances, some progressive people I follow made the mistake of addressing men's issues, and the even bigger mistake of pointing their finger at their own spaces for not doing enough to address said men's issues.
Recently, there were some statistics by healthcare company Cigna indicating that men are the loneliest generation. And addressing it doesn't mean that you turn your back on issues pertaining to women, but it does mean that we should be focused.
Yeah, they're not mutually exclusive. I do not know who needs to hear this, but caring about men's issues and caring about women's issues is not a mutually exclusive topic.
On what it is in society that is leading to this epidemic, what the left can do to offer solutions, and how we can basically fight back against the more nefarious figures who have filled the void that men are struggling with, people like Jordan Peterson and what have you. Now, recently, Vosh, who's a popular streamer, had tweeted this thread that I think is really, really important to address. He writes, "I cannot stress enough how important it is to understand that 12-year-old white boys on Twitch are not being pulled into fascism because of some Machiavellian desire to preserve and expand their privileges. It's because the right talks to them and the left doesn't."
The responses to these tweets and this content were very normal.
It's not even that. Most of the time, from what I've seen now, the right talks to them positively while the left hates on them, or just straight up ignores them. You pick which one is worse than the other. Pick your poison, I guess.
More level-headed and respectful. Me when I lie. LMAO, cry about it. Boo f***ing who? Oh no, poor widow men having problems. Boo f***ing who? Grow the f*** up then. Have men considered being smarter? I'm enjoying all these sad little moids and their sad little tweets about their sad, pathetic.
Okay, this is just insane. Cause what the fuck do you mean you're hating on men this severely? My sister, please get help.
Lives. Sounds like a personal problem. Is the lack of compassion for men in the room with us right now?
Quite fucking literally, yes. I mean, just look at the replies on the thread you're replying to. What the fuck do you see? Is that compassion? If that's what you think compassion is, I'm scared to see what's the opposite of compassion. I'm scared to see what you think the opposite of compassion is.
right now. Maybe men are just not good people then. I'm so fucking tired of people trying to.
Is that not sexist though? Because hold on, is it not sexist to say that all men are bad? Just like it's sexist to say all women are bad or all women are easy? Hold on, wait a minute, something ain't right. All I'm saying is double fucking standards, hypocrisy.
Make male loneliness a huge societal problem. Yeah, no, their fifis are not my responsibility, and I shouldn't have to be punished because they can't get their shit together as human beings. Grow the up. Why are we trying to win these entitled little predators over? The left isn't for them. That's why they—
Whoa! How are you gonna call men predators and then turn around and get mad if someone calls women sluts? I'm not saying women are sluts, I'm just confused and I wanna know what the line is with this hypocrisy.
Go right in the first place. We're all lonely and alienated. It's young men going to the alt-right in droves. The problem isn't our messaging, it's them. It's literally not our problem. Men flock to Andrew Tate not because they're lonely, but because they're bigots. Hope this helps. Nah, it's just misogynists being louder than before and not getting laid. LOL. Cry harder, loser.
Yeah, but that's not how it works, is it? That's just not how it fucking works. Hello? Is this just what's it called? I forgot. Is this just incidents? Or is it just like some entirely malicious type shit? Because I can't understand how people arrive at this conclusion from someone talking about the male loneliness epidemic. How do you get to the conclusion that it's exclusively about sex when one of the biggest parts is about friends, males not having friends anymore?
90% of all homicides recorded worldwide were committed by male perpetrators. We should just get rid of all males, to be honest. This includes trans women, as they still retain male violence. By the way, you know the Tumblr feminists who were like, all men are sexist and rapists, male tears, penises are evil, blah 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 back in the day? Well, this is them now. Should've just let me cook back then. Listen up, chuckle. I'm white, socially awkward, autistic, in my 40s, ugly, overweight, crippled, got a weird balding pattern, and have bad skin. You know what I didn't do? Choose to become a fascist. Because I recognize—
Yeah, but they're just not fascists, are they? I mean, I guess some of them are, but overall, they're not fascists. What are you yapping about?
most of the sort that look like me are the problem. I may be hideously ugly and pathetic, but at least I'm not a fascist. Thank you for your input, buddy. You're, really helping the situation. The reason young men flock to alt-right MRA movements is because the left gives brain-dead advice to young men.
Finally, someone that isn't just spewing hatred. Holy shit, there's no reason why it would take this long to find that. Like, is this a hot take to say why the fuck are people hating on each other so much?
We need to be more compassionate to them, for our own sake. I'm sorry, but how is respect women brain-dead advice? What advice? Don't rape? Don't be a rapist is bad advice? Help, I have no friends or community, I feel suicidal.
Try not being a racist. Yes, that's fucking brain-dead advice, holy shit. No, because the average of men that are rapists is so low that it's insane. The only reason why the fucking analytics make it look so high is because most rapists are gonna be repeat offenders. So it's a small population of men committing a massive amount of crime.
Have you considered not raping? Act like a decent fucking human being. It's not hard. Is brain dead advice? Brain dead advice like get consent and don't be a Nazi and women are people. Walking up to men struggling with loneliness and depression like
kids, don't be racist.
Incredible. Here's my actual advice.
Oh my god, it's a Steven Universe reference. Let's go, peak show.
I would give to my teen boys as a leftist. 1. Always get enthusiastic consent. 2. Save the planet. 3. Don't say that. It's actually kind of racist. Like, what the f is this? How does this address men?
I'm sorry? You're not even addressing the male loneliness epidemic anymore. You're just doing random bullshit.
Men and their issues. It doesn't. Why does their advice always seem to be Become a liberal. Hey men, here's how to fix all your problems. Agree with me politically. Men flock to the MRA movement because they're the largest beneficiaries of MRA shit. Imagine
No fucking shit. That's like saying the reason why a lot of gay people support gay rights is because they're the largest benefactor. Why the fuck else would you support it? Because they're gonna benefit from it. Why would you support something that's gonna not do it? What's the opposite of benefits? Fuck. That's gonna not benefit you. The opposite of benefit is gonna take shit from you. Take your rights.
saying women flock to women's rights activism because they're the biggest beneficiaries of women's rights. Like, no f***ing shit. Let's be honest. Aside from procreation purposes, men have become obsolete. Most women can find other methods of achieving orgasm without a man there. And speaking as a man...
Fun fact, Chucklenut, so can men. Men have our fucking hands, let's go.
Most of us are horrid to be around, and I don't blame any woman for just saying, no thanks. Oh my god, dude, this is what every Just Pearly Things tweet looks like to me. Just with the genders swapped. This is pathetic.
Why is that kind of accurate, though? No, because Just Pearly Things is actually annoying.
You know what fixes male loneliness? Jerking off. As a man, I'll say this. Sit down, shut up, and beat one out. You'll feel better. I promise.
Post-nut clarity is not gonna fix the issue. I promise you. I promise you post-nut clarity is not the solution to this shit.
Yeah, guys, just beat one out. Just off. Just watch porn. That man will be very disappointed in all of you. It's so funny how men feel entitled to a girlfriend. No, you sexist freak. When one side is like, wanting a girlfriend is sexist entitlement, and the other side is like, here's how to get a girlfriend.
No fuck, you're gonna go for the latter, right?
I don't know, bro. What happened to males just kicking the bucket? Now they just come on here and try to make their loneliness and misery into some social justice.
You do know that men includes your father and your brothers and your uncles and your cousins and your sons, right? You do realize that saying what happened to men just kicking the bucket is not just in reference to the horrible men that commit atrocities. Please tell me that you know that, and this is just you being an insane piece of shit.
Issue. Oh, trust me, men are still kicking the bucket. And when they're not giving mind-blowing advice like just to be a liberal, they're outright dismissing men's issues completely. It's not our job to educate them. Since men created the problem, they need to take steps to fix it. We have other things to care about. Men can figure out their own problems that they created. Again, it's not women's jobs to change how men are socialized. It's a man issue and y'all need to address that amongst yourselves.
No. The first part is true. It's not a woman's job to manage how a man behaves. But the second part is not. Because it's not just men's behaviors that have gotten us to this place. It is also how women have been acting. In regards to, like, you know how those people record in the gym and play off any guy that glances at them like they're a fucking predator or a perv. You know, that's adding to it. Please stop doing that. Do not do that. That is not nice. It is not good. I tried to turn it into a Garnet don't be racist moment, but that shit just does not work.
Men created their own problems. Men can solve their own problems. The left is busy. Why does the well-being of other people concern me? Leftist, by the way. It's all systemic issues and societal factors and blah 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 until it's a man and then suddenly it's pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. This problem is just a consequence of the patriarchy. Now take a wild guess about which gender created the patriarchy. Solve your own problems and leave women alone. These people rightly mock the bootstraps rhetoric until the subject is a man, and then it's bootstraps all the way down.
Once again, hypocrisy. How many times have I said hypocrisy in this video? Editor Hex, to do your thing, put up a counter.
They would never talk about any other group this way. It's wild. And it's kind of like both sides are telling men to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, but one is like, I'll show you how, and the other is like, fuck off. And when they're not telling men to straight up fuck off, they're giving the 200 IQ answer that nobody has ever heard before. Just show your emotions, bro. And I'm not dismissing this problem, okay? I've made videos talking about this. Oh, you're crying at your grandfather's funeral? Okay, faggot. And studies have shown that men are scared to—
There's no way people actually think like that, right? There's no way people think a man crying makes him gay. Please tell me that is not true and it's just a hyperbole. Please, God, tell me that it's just exaggeration. Because holy shit, if that's true, then I just have lost all hope in society as we know it.
To be vulnerable, even around the homies. And can you blame them when the media says stupid like this? Fellas, is it woke to open up to your fellow men and discuss history?
No, it's not. What?
Men are socialized to believe strength, dominance, and stoicism are behaviors of a real man. Is it any surprise that men are lonely and have less friends nowadays? You have to be vulnerable to make friends. Don't tell me there aren't systemic problems affecting men.
Finally, something fucking logical, or something that makes logical fucking sense in this Twitter thread. Because what do you mean it's taken almost the entire video just to see two things that make logical sense and a bunch of hateful bullshit?
Now, while a lot of this may be true, men have been socialized this way for centuries, and this is all relatively a new phenomena. Toxic masculinity has existed forever. If anything, there's less toxic masculinity nowadays. The cultural embrace of, like, gender nonconformity, femboys, Harry Styles in a dress, Barbie movie, blah 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 blah. My point is, toxic masculinity did not just appear in the mid-2010s. But social media did, and the internet did, and the rise of dating apps did, and the housing crisis, and living in a country where the wealth inequality is worse than it was during the Gilded Age. That all happened recently. Oh my god, the privileged life these poor little boys must have, that their biggest problem is being lonely, i.e. so
Is that not also a massive problem for women? Don't just not feel lonely? I'm sorry, what?
insufferable that nobody wants to sleep with them. So much more pressing than the poor distribution of wealth causing people to suffer food and housing insecurity. Boo-hoo, you're lonely and have no friends and are suicidal? Wah. Because feeling alienated under capitalism apparently isn't a thing. People are working harder and longer while wages have been stagnant. Men have been dropping out of college like flies. And what does that get you? Poor men. Which, since women are doing amazing in college now, and many are now out-earning men, this most of the time leads to single men, which then leads to lonely men, which leads to depressed men, which leads to the high suicide rate. In my opinion, leftism at a policy level does a great job addressing the shitty material conditions that in part lead to the problems that men are facing, but then absolutely drops the ball when it comes to everything and anything related to men's cultural issues. Many such cases. And why would a struggling man even want to move left when the left appears actively hostile to them?
The question of whether or not the hashtag online left does enough to appeal to hashtag men has become the question du jour. And like, men have most of the money, authority, and do most of the murdering and assaulting.
The average young man in America isn't Jeff Bezos. Also, why did this motherfucker just FBI crime statistics at me? Men do the most murder. Oh.
Okay. That doesn't mean all men are murderers. Alright, how about this, chocolate nuts? Same-sex relationships are the highest for, I believe it's either divorce or, what's it called? Abuse. Does that mean all same-sex relationships are either destined to divorce, to break up, or are destined to be abused? No, the fuck it doesn't. And saying that is kind of homophobic.
Okay.
They like having all of the stuff they don't deserve. They like that. They want it to stay that way because it suits them. Because of the stuff, telling people they're special and deserve all the nice shit that they have, that's going to be an easier sell 10 times out of 10 than like saying, hey, maybe you should have less stuff and other people should have more.
Leftism is when you...
Yeah, but that's just not how it works. Because we're not talking about something that's like in a limited supply. Rights are unlimited. You can give rights to some people without taking away rights from others. You're phrasing your solutions in a way where it harms men and benefits everyone else. Like, my guy, is it really that hard to understand? That means you have a high probability. That's what it means. Yeah, young, I see what you're saying. But at the same time, I feel like for most things, it's also close to equally as high for women. They're just phrasing it in a way to make it seem like, hold on, you know what, fuck it, let's look this up. Because now I'm curious. men to women homicide rate. Where can I find these statistics? Where the fuck did this guy put his statistics from? I'll do a 2024 and see the most relevant one. I guess we can use Wikipedia then. Oh, okay. 81% of homicide victims. No, I want the perpetrators, not the victims. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah, no, he was right. He was right. I just didn't know the facts because 99% of suspects were men. So, you know, I was just flat out wrong with that, and I'm man enough to admit it. Is this even the right video? Hold on. Why did it go all the way back? Where were we? There.
You will have beautiful children with your loving wife. You will have private men. Have a lot.
Saying, hey, maybe you should have less stuff and other people should have more.
Leftism is when you don't have a lot of stuff. We're gonna take your stuff. You sound like a 65-year-old Fox News boomer's idea of what the left is. Are you a CIA agent? The right is saying to men, you will own a house. You will have beautiful children with your loving wife. You will have privacy. You will have free speech. You will own things, and you will be happy. And the left is like...
They like having all of the stuff they don't deserve.
Yeah, honestly, it's not even like a 50-year-old on Fox News. That's like a 2-year-old's understanding of the left. Which, I mean, that's just wildly inaccurate.
Don't get me wrong, Republicans will not do shit. The Republican Party will not do shit. The establishment in general will not do shit.
Yeah, but it's about the packaging. That's what they don't understand. They have some pretty decent solutions on the left. The only problem is they shit at packaging it towards men. They just do not know how to do that. They don't know how to advertise their side to men.
To help any of this. But the right is, at least rhetorically, offering men something other than nothing or the eternal HR department. Every time this Discord comes up, there's people like, we need a leftist Andrew Tate. We need masculine role models on the left. But the fact is, it's hard for progressives to organically appeal to men, because a large part of progressivism is oppressive hierarchies, and men are oppressors. Making progressivism look appealing to young men is an uphill battle from the start. And although it's funny to laugh at insane people on Twitter, as always, there have been a lot of left-wing content creators talking about men's issues. If you would have told me this would be a thing 9 years ago, I would not believe you, because anyone talking about men's issues
Yeah, I'd call you fucking crazy if you told me that too.
back in the day was called an MRA or a pick-me. But lately I have seen a lot of good pro-men lefty content, and I'll put some links to some below. I don't agree with all the points they say, but I recommend watching. It's much better than...
They like having all of the stuff they don't deserve.
But the issue is a lot of this lefty pro-men content, it's always framed around how do we get them? As if men are just pawns and...
Yeah, at the very least, you need to pretend that the man's best interest is with you.
tools for your personal politics. How do we make the left more appealing to men? How do we stop lonely men from moving to Andrew Tate? Instead of just, how do we help men? And I think that's a really big issue. Both sides seem to treat men as political fodder. Disposable soldiers in the culture war and real war. Anyway, misandry is real. Oh good, finally! And while it doesn't systemically affect cis men, it most certainly affects trans men.
Fuck. We were going so well, then you had to fuck it up. Okay.
Oh, y'all talking about misandry doesn't harm men, and trans men are right there reading this.
So you only care about men if they're trans men. But does that not make you kind of transphobic because you're implying that trans men aren't real men? Hold on.
Shit, by the way. I see, now we only care about misandry because it affects trans men. Everyone stop! It's affecting a group I care about now. I love how the rhetoric just like evolved overnight from male tears to cis male tears. And I just have to ask, why aren't you including trans men in...
Yeah, why aren't you not including trans men in your hate? That's kind of transphobic. Didn't you say men are men? If that's the case, then why are you excluding trans men from your hatred of men?
your misandry,
Nobody told me how lonely being a man is. We knew what depth felt like before we transitioned. We knew what it felt like to like have people want to hug us.
So I was making fun of it before, but now I just feel bad because I'm seeing this guy just crying.
And to have people want to talk to us and to have a community. And then you transition and you're just a guy walking down the street that people cross the street so that they're not near you. And friendships are so much harder to build. What's hard is none of this invalidates how real and raw women and people who are in marginalized groups feel about cis white men. All of that's valid. But I also now understand why the suicide rate is so much higher in men.
Welcome to being a man. Here's your complimentary isolation and yellow pillow. I love how even when he's
Why specifically yellow though? So here's a complimentary go fuck yourself, because that's pretty much what every man is told from the moment they turned 18.
experiencing the issues of being a man, he's like, this doesn't invalidate people hating men. Come on, bro. Men struggling don't want to be lectured about the patriarchy. They don't want to be told it's all their fault. They don't want to be told they're part of the problem, because first of all, they're not. The average 20-year-old didn't build society.
Yeah, and the average 20-year-old also isn't a rapist.
They go to work, come home, off to sissy hypno fetish porn, and go—
Whoa, what, huh? What was that last one? I don't think the average man does that. Hell, I don't even do that, and look at me.
Go to bed like everyone else. I've talked about this before, but a lot of men's value comes from the money they make, unfortunately. Men are natural providers, and if they have nobody to provide for, they get into findom or send random girls on the internet money. I'm just kidding, but the fact is, a lot of men simply feel like they don't have a purpose anymore. Whether a job or a career that's fulfilling and pays well, or a woman or family to protect and—
Yeah, I feel like if we give men just a purpose in general, the man loneliness epidemic will drop exponentially. All men really need to feel at least slightly happy is a purpose. Like an actual meaningful purpose, not just some random work till you drop bullshit.
and take care of and provide for. Men are lacking purpose, and a man will crawl through broken glass for a purpose. But you know who does make them feel like they have a purpose? No, not him.
I say that life as a man is exceptionally
Boo. Boo, it stinks. Ah, the stench.
difficult. I say the most beautiful and the most terrifying thing about being a man is you're born without value. Society doesn't care about you.
The absolute audacity to act shocked that Andrew Tate is scooping these guys up after a decade of lol male tears is insane. Andrew Tate isn't the solution to men's problems, but he is talking to them. The fact is, you did not care about them for years, and even now you just want to recruit them, not help them. And that's why you will fail. And hey, maybe I'll be the Andrew Tate of the left. Men, listen up. Wash your penis. So I guess I'll leave you guys.
Please wash your penis before you get a fucking infection down there. Because yes, there are fungal infections exclusive to your penis, to your wiener. So please wash it.
You guys with a question. Why do you think male loneliness has been increasing? What are your solutions for this problem?
I already said why I think it happened, but the solutions are start treating men like fucking people. That's all there really is to it. But what do you guys think? I'm curious now.
And are you dealing with loneliness? And I will see you guys next time with a new video. Bye!
You know what? Let's watch more of the Commie Mommy. Let's go. Holy fuck, Velma was 2 years ago. I'm just realizing that. Now I feel fucking old. Okay, we'll start off with roasting men's living spaces.
Men. It's time to talk about men again. In my never-ending quest to better understand them, I've discovered many things about men. Some good and some disturbing. Like I recently found out men do not wipe after they pee. Barbarians, truly. But another thing
I mean, you rinse after you pee. Do you really wipe? I mean, other than like drying it off, but what the fuck is there to wipe? I'm trying to think about how you would wipe if you after you peed if you're a man.
found out was it does not take much to make men happy. And of course, as a woman, that just fascinates me. Yesterday, I asked my audience, what do you think about this room? And the answers did not surprise me. It's perfect. This room is perfect. Literally the perfect room. Perfect. No notes. Goated. It's perfect.
Wait, no, this room is actually good though, because the only thing I would add is like a small table next to the chair for you to put like snacks and shit on. Other than that, absolutely goated setup.
That's all we need.
Although you could do with moving the chair a little closer to the TV so you can see better. I don't know why it's so far away.
It's perfect. 10-10. Perfection. A very popular meme online is men's living spaces. There are Twitter pages and Reddit pages about this. So today I'm going to rate some men's living spaces. Some of these pictures are from the internet and other pictures were sent by you, my audience. God help us. But God's dead on this channel. He's not here to help us. Okay, so I am going to rate these 1 to 10. She said I could get anything. Well,
okay, that's actually sick as hell though. I would 100% have this shower curtain. Holy shit, it's base as fuck. That's a fucking bear riding a shark. I just want to reiterate that and how badass it is.
that is the most anything I've ever seen. 6 out of 10. Wait, put your toilet seat down. 5 out of 10. Oh god. It puts the lotion on its skin and then it gets to play the PS5 again. Is this where they found Osama bin Laden?
What? That clip out of context would be crazy.
Do the people in that house know you live there? Are they aware? 4 out of 10. Still living out of boxes, yet playing Elden Ring on the floor.
10 out of 10. Peak.
8 out of 10. What can I say? Man's got his priorities in order. Cat. 10 out of 10. Also, I don't know what country that flag is, but...
The cat rating is valid. Everyone on this channel loves cats. Hell yeah, Snob, let's go. Also, yes, Elden Ring moments with the boxes, which is peak male setup.
Everyone from it is annoying as mattress on the floor. Quintessential male living space moment. But you...
Where the fuck is everything else? Does this guy not have like a monitor or a console or anything? I mean, the only reason I could think for why the only thing here is a charger and a mattress on the floor is that he has a gaming closet instead of just putting the TV in front of his bed. Which, like, why? Gaming in bed is literally the dream life.
Lose points because the light isn't even a titty light. 2 out of 10. Guys really live in apartments like this and don't see any issue. It drives women crazy that men can just sit and be happy. It really does though, like...
Yeah, no, it really does. Because if you give a man control over the house he buys instead of leaving most of the, like, planning for decoration to the wife, 99 times out of 100, you're going to get something like this, with just a comfy chair, a TV, and a console. Maybe a desk and a PC too, if they're a massive nerd like me.
Where do you put your tarot cards? Where do you put your crystals? Where do you put your astrology book? In my defense, I am a femboy. Really?
Really? As if we couldn't tell. Honestly, what the hell am I talking? I'm on 2.
Couldn't tell. My bed. You mind explaining the bed sheet? That's me.
You know what? Based as fuck. Having your whole ass face on the bedsheet is incredibly based. Holy shit.
First own flat. Friends say it looks too feminine. What should I change? Mountain axe on the wall. This one's actually like a pretty nice room, but it already has American Psycho vibes. The axe would not help at all, I fear. 6 out of 10 would listen to Huey Lewis and the News in. You're gonna break your neck. You're gonna die. 10.
No. This is actually peak setup though. The only thing I would change is swapping where the bed and the desk is. Keep the desk on the floor so that if that shit falls, it doesn't just crush you.
10. Hung a couple hats. Any critiques? 8 out of 10. They're good hats. They're good hats, Dave.
How would you get the hats down though? Like, what if you want to wear those hats?
I don't know who Dave is. I just picked a random name. Okay, to be fair, statistically, one of you is bound to be named Dave. Wake up, Dave. You're in a coma. Saul. 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 10 out of 10. Where can I find this print? And thoughts on this to hang in bedroom/living room? Don't. You got your beer, you got your takeout, you got your TV on the floor. What more does a man need?
Nothing. The only thing I would do is, because I don't drink, swap out the beer for like white Monster Energy. For obvious reasons. Other than that, perfect setup. Oh, never mind, it is not perfect. You're missing a console. This is not perfect until you get a console. I'll also put some like fun shit up on display if you want.
9 out of 10. At least it's not a lawn chair. I have seen some of these where there's just like a lawn chair. Oh. Spoke too.
Okay, but lawn chairs aren't even comfy. Why would you... What? It is a man setup of all time. But why? Get a comfy chair, please.
Soon. 10-10. I will not elaborate. Oh, this one is actually nice. Is that a trash can? Is that a trash can right next to your bed?
It's touching the bed. Ew. Ew. Put it a little further away, please.
Bed, bro. The lotion, bro. The toilet paper, bro. 210. Do not send me pictures of your...
Okay, we know this is a goon cave now. That was all the information we need. That's a goon cave.
Your goon caves, please. This looks like a hospital. This looks like a psych ward. People were definitely murdered here. 10-10. Men will literally not buy a TV stand, but will have 2 mini fridges.
Honestly, based, now you can just keep your Mountain Dew and Monster below your TV. Get a bigger TV though. That TV is way too small to pull that off.
8 out of 10. Love the Wes Anderson symmetry going on. Okay, so I see we have devolved from mattress on the floor to sleeping bag on the floor. I feel like this video is very like classist.
Again, the only natural cooling. Yeah, hell yeah, natural cooling. Let's go. Also, the only problem I see with this setup is that sleeping bags are just not comfy in the slightest unless you get a high-end one. You'd be better off just getting like a slightly cheap mattress.
Like, oh, a sleeping bag on the floor? What are you, poor? 5 out of 10. Make some money, forehead. Looking for ideas of what to fill this wall with. Just replace it with a picture of a hot girl in glasses reading a book. If anyone asks, just tell them, I like intelligent women. The masturbatorium. I mean...
Hold on, this actually looks like a barbershop, if I'm being honest. No, it's actually giving, like, you know those barbershops where it's like around a theme or kind of homey feeling? It's like one of those, and I love it for that.
It's a cool looking room, but...
Wait, I just saw the name. Wait.
Why you gotta call it that, bro? Why you gotta make me say that word? Double-decker couch. 10-10.
Holy fuck, it's a Lego movie reference. Let's go.
Love the innovation. Saul. Wait, why is he here again? Why is he here twice? He's haunting us. Well, I hope you never bring home any vegan chicks.
Guys, I think this guy likes hunting.
That has nothing to do with the room. It's just general advice. Do not bring home vegan chicks. Okay, next. A PS5 on a table. What am I? Oh! Oh!
Oh, shit. I was gonna say 10 out of 10, but that should drop to a 0 really quick.
Oh! Oh, no. Oh.
Why are there so many? Wait. Are those all for Nazis? Why are there that many Nazi flags? I just realized the first and the third one are the same. But is the black one also a Nazi flag? I have no knowledge on this. This is not my expertise. I cannot be talking here.
10-10. Just sold my cat.
Huh? I'm sorry, what? Hopefully that was a joke. We're gonna hope that was a joke.
Couch because it didn't fit my living room. Trying to balance between feeling empty and crowded. Suggestions? Put a plant in the tuba. Wait, how do you...
Yes, turn the tuba into a plant pot. Let's go.
Get out.
Oh, wait. This could make for like a killer obstacle course. Just jump over the books.
Get out of there. I refuse to believe this is the gender that built society.
Wait, it's not even jump over the books. Why would I think you had to jump over them? Just like casually step over the books.
So last weekend I let myself go to a convention and I bought the sword of the heir of Isildur. I even bought it for an absolute bargain. When I got home with it, my girlfriend got mad and said she didn't want me to hang it anywhere in the house. Okay.
Boo. One piece of advice I would give for you guys though is never date someone you have to hide your plushies from. Meaning, don't date someone you have to hide your interests from.
Okay, so first of all, maybe she should stop worrying about where you put your swords and start worrying about her f***ing plants. What is that? This one-
Yeah, ew, that shit looks like it's just decaying. It's not even it died years ago. That's just fucking getting decayed.
One's got it all. Lawn chair, TV on the floor, playing Rick and Morty. 9 out of 10.
And he has a console. 8 out of 10 because I'm a fat ass. I need a comfortable couch. Also, yes, that view is extreme. Holy shit, I just saw the beach view. Wait, why are you facing the city, you absolute dumb fuck? You had the opportunity for wait. No, there is an outlet right there. You could 100% just rotate everything so you have the beach right in front of you.
Morty, I turned myself into a wife abuser. I mean, this looks pretty normal. I don't know what anime is on the walls though, so the weebs in the audience.
Hold on. That looks like Miku. The one on the left and the one on the right. And I think the one in the middle is Project Sekai. It's too zoomed out to tell. But the one on the left and the one on the right are 100% Miku. Based on solely the hair. Trust, I'm a massive Miku fan. I have a sixth sense for Miku stuff.
Audience will have to be the judge. Like Doki Doki Dodo Magical Club. This room looks very familiar.
Oh shit. Oh shit, I just realized what that is. Wait.
Where I've seen it before. I think I applied for a job there. I don't remember. 3 out of 10. Crystal detected. This is a woman's room.
Yep. Actually, no, hold on. That is a cool looking rock. It could just be a guy that likes looking at rocks.
Get out of here, broad. This looks fun. Feet.
Well, god damn, put some socks on.
There are feet in this picture. Why are y'all sending me feet pics? Is that Ryan Gosling? 4 out of 10. Oh wait, it's Colin Farrell. 3 out of 10.
I have no idea who either of those two are.
Wait, there. That's better. 10-10.
What is going on in this picture? I genuinely can't tell.
I feel like I'm having a stroke. What am I looking at? I can kind of like see things, but then I look at them, they aren't the things. I did some slight redecorating to my living room and dining room. The flags and random cheetah look a little tacky. Dude, the cheetah is guarding the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, let's go. That's manly as fuck.
Highly
Holy shit.
optimized office gaming area.
What? Wait, that's actually genius though. A cookie holder is crazy work.
The guest room. Moving the Miku figures in soon. What do you think? This is definitely a room I have ever seen.
It is definitely a green room if I've ever seen one.
Let's see, we got some like Metroid, a TV, some figures, and he's a communist.
10 out of 10 because of communism.
10-10. All this seems pretty...
Holy shit, it's like looking in a mirror.
Really? Are those Harry Potter paintings on the wall? Seems kind of transphobic. 10-10. This looks AI generated. Wait, is this f***ing Roblox? You are definitely on some kind of list.
Wait. Oh, wait, I can't even name all those guns. I can name a few of them, but not all of them. How do you even... There's balls in the back too. What? Hold on. I have to get a look at the full picture. How does one own this many projectile-based weapons? That's 2, maybe 3. That's definitely another bow. My guy has 3 bows. Is that a 4th bow? And then a bunch of guns. And that's another scope. Yeah, no, this guy's just like fully decked out. If someone tries to rob him, they're fucked.
10-10, because when the zombie...
Oh, I know. Imagine you try to rob a guy. Imagine you try to rob a guy and then you just get fucking Hawkeye. Also, yeah, no, it's not. This guy is definitely a Texan. This is a Texas ass room if I've ever seen one.
The apocalypse comes, it's good to be friends with people like you. Befriend your neighborhood schizo. Damn boy, you live like this? This is a depression mess.
Asmongold. Asmongold. That's just Asmongold. Also, yeah, no. That last guy is gonna rob the thief. Whoever is robbing him, they're getting robbed. They're getting just mugged, ransacked. Like a fucking bully picking up the nerd in those old cartoons and shaking him to get the lunch money out.
I know a depression mess when I see it. Take a shower. We love you. This one just straight up looks like a human trafficking room.
Hold on, he has a GameCube, 10 out of 10.
0 out of 10. Wait, is that GameCube? 10 out of 10. I swear.
Yes, let's go! Same thought. We share a brain cell.
God, I've had a nightmare about this room. 0 out of 10.
There's nothing even going on in this room. This room is entirely pointless. There's not even a TV.
Okay, this is literally...
This is just feet. This is feet and a poorly organized desktop screen. 0 out of 10. And put the grippers away.
just your feet. This is a feet picture. If I see one more foot picture, I'm turning this video around and we're going home. Ah, another one. What is this? What am I looking at?
What is that just clump of hair I see? What the fuck is that? Like, I'm sorry? That looks like some weird creature you'd find in an Elden Ring tunnel. Or like Dark Souls 3. I have a feeling that this is worse than Asmongold in some aspect. I don't know what that aspect is, but in some aspect this is worse than Asmon.
You're not real, you can't hurt me! Alright, let's see this one. We got the futon, we got the desk, we got the computer, we got the feet, we got the... Oh,
God damn it, more feet? Put the fucking grippers away, please.
This one look...
At least this time the grippies are not out. He's wearing shoes, credit where it's due.
He's on the wall, Pickle Rick on the bed, the commie flag.
Holy shit. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. He has plushies. He has the communism flag above his bed. And what's that poster above his... What's that poster on his roof? I want to know now. So that looks like just a painting of a naked woman, which just adds to the man factor of this.
Flag, average shoe on head fan room, 10 out of 10. Nice.
I think he likes shoe on head.
Psychological torture room. Men live. Men live.
Wait, I just realized what that's a statue of. Why? It's a cool ass thing to have next to your bed, but just why? How does one acquire a statue like that?
10-10. Alright, let's see this one. Oh, is that a little toothless plushie? Oh!
Oh, let's go, cute plushies.
A little shoe on head plushie. You think you're gonna get extra points for that, don't you? Well, it worked. 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10, love the gay pride flag. We have moved on from feet, and now we are just posting thigh. We are posting
Thigh is peak though. I love thighs.
thigh on main. In front of all these viewers?
For free? Really?
In front of Dave? Hey baby, we Hey baby.
That's a fucking slime guy from Dragon Builders. Wait. Dragon Quest. My god. Honestly though, I want this cover. Give me this fucking blanket right now. That's peak right there.
Baby, we on the... Hey baby, we What the buck, am I right? I'm gonna kill myself in front of all of you and give you PTSD. Pretty good room, but you're losing points because you are watching Hassan. 3 out of 10. There is not 2, but 4 feet in this photo.
They are playing Smash though, so 10 out of 10.
And some crotch. We are coming dangerously close to hanging full dong on the Shoe on Head channel. Oh my god, it's a bed frame. A man finally gets a bed frame and doesn't know what to do with it. But hey,
No, hold on. This might be higher on the scale of man living spaces than having a mattress on the floor. Just having a mattress frame, but no mattress. Just sleeping raw on the mattress frame.
Hey, it's a start. They're evolving. The men are evolving. First of all, nice. Second of all, look, it's the conservative pride flag, not the new progress one. Those are rare nowadays. 9 out of 10. Reject modernity. Return to tradition. Do we honestly even need more than this?
No, no we don't. The carpet is your bed, and then the laptop is everything else. Though you could do with like a console or something to play higher end games, but pretty much that's all you need if you're into retro games.
11 out of 10. My girlfriend was sick of finding my pops on the floor, so I built these shelves. What do you think?
0 out of 10 for collecting pops. Yeah, no. The last room and this room both look depressing. 0 out of 10 on this room for the pops though. Fuck Funko Pops. Return to actual fucking figures. Funko Pops, I'm being honest here, Funko Pops just look ugly as shit.
You have a girlfriend? Friend says I need furniture? Well, first off, I don't know that I really have friends, but it's the mailman, and I told him to come in and hang out when he asked about the squirrel. But he said no furniture, which really makes me think. I've lived here for 1.2 years, originally abandoned, but I looked up squatter rights, and so I have 5.8 years left to keep the house. I do like to sit on the floor for posture, so I don't know what the big deal is. There are some other rooms, but they have junk in them from whoever was living here before, so I nailed those doors shut.
You nailed the doors shut. As opposed to just like fucking throwing out the trash.
10-10. You know, I was going to hate on this, and then I saw the sword and the lime flavor.
Holy fuck, that's an actual real saber. 10 out of 10. No notes.
Flavored Tostitos. This is a man of good taste and honor. 10-10. Wait. I'm editing this. It's not a sword. It's a fucking fishing pole.
Wait, what? That's actually looked like a sword. Yeah, still a 10 out of 10. No notes.
0 out of 10.
No, hold on, Shu. Normally it would be a 0 out of 10. But this is a badass looking fishing rod. So I'm gonna allow it this time. 10 out of 10.
I've been deceived.
Yes, let's go, Snob.
Food here. New studio has no water or appliances. Need advice. Average New York City apartment, $5,000 a month. Animal Crossing vibes with my first apartment.
Wait, no, this actually does just give off like starting out Animal Crossing vibes.
I think we played very different versions of Animal Crossing. I did not play Animal Crossing Crack House Edition. Why do so few guys on here have curtains? I'm fairly new here, so I hope this question is okay. So often when I scroll through, one thing that sticks out to me is the complete lack of curtains on the windows. Almost every window looks bare and stark and sterile. I know there's a stereotype
Because fuck curtains. I want to physically see when the sun goes down. Because that's when I know that shit's about to get fun.
equating gay men and hanging curtains, and they're a feminine thing, but I thought that was outdated. Is it still the case? Fellas, is it gay to not want the sun blasting into your room? Men will literally hang their clothes on their windows before they get curtains.
Wait, no, that is actually innovative though. Because you're fixing both the problem of not wanting to get a closet and not wanting to hang up curtains.
My friend's boyfriend is using an old bed frame as a dresser. Oh my god. They don't know what to do with them even when they have them. You put the mattress on the bed frame.
No, you do not. Do not listen to her. It saves a lot of money. Yes, the fuck it does. Curtains are extremely expensive for some reason. So is a bunch of other furniture. Because when you think about it, most of the time it's just like carved out wood.
The mattress doesn't go on the floor. The mattress goes on the bed frame.
No. You either lay down on the mattress frame raw, or you use a mattress frame for something else, like holding up your TV, and you put the mattress on the floor. Pick one or the other. You can't. No. You do not put the mattress on the bed frame. That's incorrect.
Frame. Help lay out living room, please. My advice would be go to that other guy's apartment and steal the fucking bed frame he's using as a shelf and put your goddamn mattress on the bed frame. Why are there so many mattresses on the floor? Why are men just allergic to bed frames? Why is like every mattress on the floor?
Because why the fuck would you need a bed frame? The mattress is cushion enough.
Wait. Wasn't your mattress on the floor when you had your own place?
Oh shit, it's a She got fucking called out by your husband.
I don't know.
You showed me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You showed me.
Guys, I have a confession to make. I haven't been very honest with you. When I had my own apartment, this is what my room looked like.
Peak 10 out of 10. Honestly, hold on. 8 out of 10. You could use some more plushies. Other than that, 10 out of 10.
I had a mattress on the floor. It was a ruse. It was but a jest. I am a fake. I'm a phony. I'm a fraud. And I do not apologize. It will happen again. I will lie to you to make content. 10/10. It's okay when I do it. You know what? Good for these guys. Good for these guys for even having their own place nowadays. It's great they can even afford a TV to put on the floor, or a lawn chair, or let alone
How can it be 10 out of 10 if it's 8 out of 10 at the same time? I changed my mind because she only has one plushie. Everyone knows in order for a room to be a 10 out of 10, you need at least 2 or 3 plushies. That's the minimum. The higher the number, the better. Everyone knows that. Don't hate me. I didn't make the rule. I'm just enforcing it.
2 lawn chairs. And a lot of these guys are just starting out, you know? Eventually, we will all miss the simplicity. And you know, maybe men are right. Maybe we don't need crystal.
Hell, I'm gonna live like that till the day I die, watch. I'm just not gonna buy any furniture whatsoever other than like a couple of shelves to put up all of my anime merch. Other than that, no furniture. Furniture is a waste of money. I can innovate ways to store my shit.
We don't need all this fancy material things to make a house a home. Sometimes all you really need is beer, a TV and a mattress on the floor, and Saul. Okay, so that was the short little fun video. I hope you guys liked it, and thank you to everyone who sent me photos of their living spaces, helping me further research the man question. But my work is far from over. So if you want to support my work researching the male species, subscribe to this channel, and if you can, donate to my Patreon. Patrons get early access to all videos, and they also get access to my private Twitter account. But absolutely no thank you to the people who sent feet pics. You will not see the
Yeah, put the fucking grippers away. At least charge for it.
pearly gates. May Allah have mercy. And I will see you very soon with a
Oh my god, Islam representation. Let's go.
new special Valentine's Day videos. Bye.
Okay, everyone, I think that's the end of this stream. I'm getting kind of tired and kind of hungry, so I'm gonna go be a big back now. Thank you all for stopping on by, and I'll catch you next time on Tuesday. Let's go!